Alrighty then. Where?
What up?
What up? What up?
Oh, fuck. Where did we last leave off?
Last we left off was Adler
Mm,
completed the ritual
there.
I think we're on
We
our way
got
and
the we
back.
got the feast. We were on
and
our way back.
they had they went over to they collected whatever they needed to collect from the surrounding area, and
Right.
they were
Boss got a
using
new sword.
mm-hmm, well guys
Oh
so
shit! I forgot about that.
um
Mm.
and we
Forgot,
were
you forgot
using
about the plus 8 sword?
using survival to make our way back,
Yeah.
I'm
convert
humble, man.
on the way back.
I would.
And Luna, while conversing on the way back, dropped a huge reveal
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
that
That she's being haunted by Shar.
right,
Yeah.
that she actually delved into Sharan magic and worshiped Shar and all that stuff. So that's gonna
I thought we got into an encounter though, right?
no,
No.
That was a couple times you guys almost did, but
Almost.
he hid from it.
Yeah.
Okay.
either the enemy either there was a couple of times you guys almost did. Um, I think while you were still in the blot, there was some flying, rip, flying tentacled fucking creatures that kind of shifted into. They were pseudo. They were basically pseudo natural versions of pteranodons. And Lucian had noticed them, but he
Oh yeah, we had
and
her.
he had thought they were coming after the group, but they ended up changing their course of flight. Um, and then when you guys left the blot, was there one or two? There was an encounter with a giant, a gargantuan-sized fucking monster centipede that didn't notice your group, so it didn't really, and it wasn't coming your way, so your characters
Amen.
went past that thing. And I think you guys pretty much made it to Crom's Hold without too much trouble.
Oh shit.
You didn't bump into any lizard folk or any will-o-wisps or or even those dark tentacles again.
Mm.
Okay.
And a myriad of other encounters that could have happened. But your characters,
Hmm. It
it
seems
seems
as
as if
if
certain gods
everyone's.
may have been granting you the blessing of a safe journey back to Crom's Hold.
I mean Shanduku, he's the
Sean the
god of
Cool.
like
Travel.
travel.
I know they want to give it to Sean the Cool, but Kalimba also has the portfolio of travel.
No, he
Well,
has the
Yeah.
he has the
Yeah.
domain. It's not
barely
like
though. Shanduku beat
Yeah.
his ass for that, son.
he don't got the
Yeah.
portfolio. He has the
Sit the fuck
domain.
down, Sean the
He has the
I don't
Coolies.
know.
domain.
Shanduku be mad about that, bro. That's his whole
No,
shtick.
no, no. He doesn't have the portfolio. He has the travel domain, which is weird. I don't know why they gave that to
Is
him.
that the
Oh yeah, the
same thing?
domain. That's not the portfolio. Yeah,
I think
that
so.
means
Oh,
I
okay.
it's a
Never
sphere of
mind.
power.
All right.
The domain is a sphere
I
of
don't
power,
know.
but the portfolio
Yeah,
is what they actually like
yeah.
rule.
It's not his portfolio. I don't know why they gave him the travel domain.
Hmm.
My guess is it was a filler domain because they didn't have because when the Forgotten Realms came out, it came out like a year after third edition came out. Um, like third edition was just released, and then like that next summer, boom, like we're releasing Forgotten Realms. So there really wasn't a lot of game material. I mean, the game literally just came out like a year ago, so there wasn't much. There really wasn't a lot of material. So there wasn't like as many domains back then as there is now. So I think it might have just been a filler slot because they were just like, well, we need to give him at least 4 domains. What else can we
Hmm.
give him? And they were like, well, maybe I don't know, travel.
Dang.
I don't.
He said, I don't know, travel.
Travel
That's
is
crazy.
motherfuckers is like,
Did he
okay,
lose it or something in a
why
later edition?
why travel? Like, because you're traveling to the underworld when you die. I don't know. Like, I don't know who brainstormed that, but apparently they threw it on his description
Maybe
or
because
whatever.
he killed Sean Cole and took his portfolio. Put him to rest. You don't need this
but
anymore. Damn,
but
son.
yeah, I'm guessing that's how he got it because they didn't really have a lot of domains. But when they started to come out with more domains, then he started getting more. Like they gave him repos.
There's a lot of overlap.
Yeah,
Overlap.
they gave him repos. They gave him a couple of others. So,
Yeah,
but
repos.
yeah, travel just
Tyler.
came out of left field. I was like, travel? Okay.
He has knowledge too. It's kind of crazy. He has mad good shit.
He has the knowledge domain too.
Yeah.
They really can't.
Yes.
They really, you know,
He
they didn't.
got
They
good
didn't.
ass
They didn't.
domains.
They didn't have much for gods of the dead. Was what it was.
Mm.
They didn't want to give him anything
He
evil
got healing.
because he's
He
not an
got
evil.
healing.
He has healing.
He has
The fuck?
healing also. Like he has a
Oh,
lot of good ass fucking domains. He has healing, death, repos, knowledge, travel,
I did not know he had healing. Healing.
and law. And law, I think. Like they topped it all off with like, all right, and you're an orderly motherfucker. All right.
That better not
Because
be.
you know you gotta keep you're a
Huh.
manager of the dead, you know what I mean? You gotta it's so good. 3.5 was eaten. I don't know what they did in Pathfinder though. I think Pharasma, she has which one is this Pharasma?
Those aren't 5e domains, are they?
No, the one that said was 3.5. Or 3.3 3, third edition. Um
No, he doesn't have healing.
no?
No,
What am I thinking of?
he has fate, law, protection, repose, and travel.
Oh, I'm overlapping. Pharasma has the healing.
Okay.
And oh yeah, that's what's happened because we. Oh, my fault. Okay, so he has
Overlapping the two.
death fate, death fate. No, law fate, protection, repose, travel. This doesn't have death. That's so random. Fuck. And then you have Pharasma that has
Because the death domain
death, healing,
is
knowledge,
the
repose,
but
water,
that's
which is
because the
random.
problem is the death domain is geared more towards like evil death gods, but it's not
Okay.
evil. So they gave him
Mm.
repose. They give him repose as like a substitute.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
But think about protection. I think that's only because he was a knight in life, right? Probably.
Protection, I'm guessing for the undead slaying and to protect people from undead.
Okay.
Fate because well,
Fate makes sense.
yeah. Law because he's lawful neutral. And travel, which I don't know what the fuck travel. Travel was just out of fucking left field, man. That shit was just like we ain't got shit else to think of to give him.
So
Just
now
give
that
him
I think about
Pharasma.
it, Pharasma has water, right? And that seems weird too, but I'm thinking of the River Styx.
Hmm. She has water.
Yeah, that's they
Wild.
made sure to keep throwing a random one in there, bro.
I
It's like they can't complete you can't be the god of the dead without a random portfolio. Oh shit. A random domain.
Travel for Kalimvor is travel for like it's like spiritual travel. It's like just like you said with River Styx, it's travel from like
Mm-hmm.
one state into the next. So from life into death. That's the
Mm,
travel
mm.
they're trying to emulate. But anyways, so we kicking this off with role play between Luna and Safili.
Y'all want to get it
Y'all
on?
want to get his kicking?
Listen, I
Yeah.
get it, bro. I get it. Go
It's
in, bro.
almost 10, so
I just need the
Yeah.
setting. I just need the setting. What's the setting? What do
And
we
we
have?
so
definitely burned
and
our
Sophia
Okay.
and
15-minute start time.
So
Hold
Sophia
on.
and Luna.
hold on. We rolled for the Mortashine disease. Um,
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
who failed it?
Not I. Not
I
it.
don't think I did.
bro.
I think Luna
I failed it.
and Mockjaw failed it. I think Lucian
I
did too,
Mockjaw
did.
because I
fails?
remember he passed it.
Did I even
Mockjaw
roll?
fail?
I remember Lucian passed and then he failed a second roll because I was like, you need to make two. I remember saying you need to make 2 saves to get rid
Oh,
of the disease,
140.
and
Talking
then
about
you made your
resist.
second
Oh
one.
yeah, I did fail.
Yeah, you made your second one. I
Uh,
was like, oh, it's not cured. It's still going.
yeah,
Damn.
with my
And
resist level drain. Yeah, I look at a 140. Yep,
well,
Yeah,
let
you're
me
at
go grab
-1.
your
I see
drink,
it. You're at -1
-1.
con.
bro. My con is fucking abysmal right now.
Yeah, we need to
Then he
heal that
gets
shit up.
then he gets the sword.
Luna's is at
Yep.
-2 con, and then Mockjaw's
What's
at
this 1d20 for?
-10. But then
Control.
Sophia,
She healed up something. I forgot how many.
she healed up a bunch. But it still left Mockjaw at -10. Yeah, because she was rolling low. That's right. She kept rolling
The
ones on
ones, the
that.
ones, the ones.
Um,
Any lucky numbers? I'm kidding.
so there was okay, that was the rest period. Um, the rest
Uh,
period waited for Adler to finish, and then he finished. And then your characters traveled 5 hours, then another 3. So should be another rest period, which means
Mhm.
Ophelia can probably do her lesser restorations again,
a
and then it would be this next day that your characters will get to Crom's Hold by the end of the day because Roth had passed his survival check, and then so I need another 42 save for the disease.
Oh my god.
from who?
Um,
I'm at
Luna has to
+8.
roll. Luna has to
Am
roll a
I?
heal check for each, so 3 heal checks.
All right.
26.
My first heal check. My second heal check. My third heal check.
One, two. What's the
Me.
Lewis,
order?
is there a particular time of day that we expect to be cursed by this thing so that we can use spells to buff our sage or no?
I mean, it happens once a
Does it seem to
day,
happen at the same time?
not
Oh,
around the
it's
same time.
random
I mean,
though.
it says, yeah, I'd say as long as it happens anytime within the next day, it's pretty random.
All right.
So who's the first? Who are the first, second, and
Why are
third
you
roll?
giggling, bro?
I was gonna say Mockjaw's the 6th. Let me stop.
Voucher is
Who
the six.
who
You can
would
even
she
mark it.
start? Who would she treat with the disease on first?
She was
That's
Luna
what
would
I
be
should
the
have asked.
30. Mockjaw would be the 12, and Lelouch would be the 6.
Okay. So
Mm,
Luna, you have an
mm-hmm.
additional plus
Let's
40 or
go. Let's
fortitude.
go. Let's go.
Lucian does not. Would you roll an
Do I have
18
to roll
plus
anything?
Yeah.
18
Plus
plus
I think it's
Damn,
8,
that don't do shit.
right?
plus
Because I
plus
got
8?
the for disease because of and the resistance and shit.
Yeah, and then it drops. Uh, no, it doesn't
Oh,
Please?
actually.
Please? Come on. Please?
All right, Lucian, you passed yours. So that's your first pass.
second, right?
I meant your
I thought so.
first. It has to be 2 in a
Oh,
row. Since it got it
okay.
got it got reset, so that's your
You
first.
need another one.
Luna, you passed,
Hmm? But I
and
failed the save.
Mockjaw.
What?
Oh, you passed. I sorry, you passed the heal check, but you failed to save. Mockjaw needs to roll the fortitude.
What's a bonus? full bonus or still with a
Still
-5
with
bonus?
minus um
Minus 17
E.
because she'd be
So
taking
she's
42 damage for like
down by 6. So we got +1. So 3 minus 3, 6 plus 6 minus 2 because of the plus
adds
4
to
plus
42 damage.
plus 4 plus 8 plus 8 overall.
So let's say I
That's still
don't
not
know
bad.
how long. Let's say I don't know how long. Ah, fuck it. I'm trying my hardest to like these spots, but it's not gonna work. I'm just saying because the spell lasts so long. I'm like, you telling me it won't be able to overlap over to the, you know. All right. Hopefully, I just need to roll high. That's it.
17. All right. Mockjaw failed.
Really? Damn.
The only one that passed was Lucian.
Fuck, bro.
Hallelujah. How fast gunslinger.
Yeah, leave Lockjaw alone.
1d4 con. All right.
Save me.
So -10 still? Oh wait, no.
Ooh, dirty bastard. What's that one for?
You said she healed 6, but then she took 3, right? That's how it is.
She
So she's at 7.
she took 3. Well, it was another day. So Luna healed 2 naturally. So she healed the 2, then got the 1 back. Mockjaw healed the 2, and then got the 3 back. The only thing I'm missing is probably all the so Mockjaw should be at -7. No, wait. Healed 2, -11. The only thing I'm missing
Mm.
is all the any lesser restorations that Sophilia's doing for the day.
Sophie, I need you.
Sophie, I need you. Sophie, I need you. Oh.
Oh, one
Mhm.
toss. One toss.
What?
Paladin, I want you. Paladin, I need you. Oh, oh, healing talks.
Okay, I was wondering. I'm like, man, quiet.
What
His mic's not working.
Oh, okay.
He probably has to restart like last time, because usually when that happens, he has to restart.
Gotcha. We're not that far off from fucking level 9 either.
No.
Mhm.
Yo, you
Yo.
know,
With this session, if we work hard.
heard you for a second. Now we don't hear you if you're talking. I look like Jeffrey Dahmer
He
on the
said
fucking
mic's
video
not
camera.
working for me. Damn.
I look like I got a body in the corner right now.
Hmm.
That 6.
Huh?
Where's that 6 there? Oh, the hunter's tricks. Okay, I'm like, why is that 6
This game with a fucking abacus.
there? Well, all right. When he gets his, we just gotta go through his lesser restoration stuff when he gets the chance. But besides those two things,
We heard it for a
do you have
second, and
characters
then
we can Affiliate con damage. Yeah, hers should be. I think hers is all healed up. Yeah, after that second night. Yeah, hers is healed up naturally.
Mm.
I can have her prep lesser restoration again cast in front. How many was that? I think it was like
Mm.
four or five. I think it was five if she uses the Pearl of Powers.
Mm.
Pearl of Power.
Fantastic. Two more. Help me out. What, nigga? So like French.
Or two more with Lunas affiliated on there. Well, I guess roll.
Oh, I heard him.
There we go. There we
Yeah, I heard
go.
him. Yeah, I heard him for a second too.
Sound like I'm far away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
but at least we hear you.
For some reason, like my headset is not working. Like I had to unplug it. Let me see if it works now. Hello?
Mm.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, like, roll 1d4 per. Let's roll. Yeah, roll a d4 for each casting and which character's getting it.
How much was I heard? I was only heard one though, right? Something like that. It wasn't that much. Do I still
Yeah,
have?
you passed, and then you were down by one constitution with that. That naturally healed on the second day, so you should be good.
When I pass, I need one more pass on the Morton machines, right?
And Luna's only at -1, so it's really just Mockjaw that's suffering.
Morton cheese disease.
Heals 3. She's at -8.
Who, me? No.
No, Luna's back to
Okay.
normal. Everyone's back to normal constitution except for Mockjaw. But Sophia just cured another 3 off of Mockjaw. So Mockjaw's at -8. She cured another 4. Now it's going in the opposite direction. Given the high rolls. The high rolls. So with
All
3
right,
casting, you know,
let's go.
as much as everybody
Bang,
hates
bang,
Digi
bang.
Dice, at least it's
At
been
least
fair. Even if
it has
might
its
not
good
be,
nights.
it might not be the
Right,
same night, but it usually makes up
right,
for it.
right.
Right.
It'll have its good nights.
Yeah, you only had to do it 3 times for Sophia. Those 3 castings cured
Oh, okay.
Mockchar of all
All right.
ability damage. Mockchar looking healthy,
Nani? Looking healthy again?
looking healthy,
Yes.
jumping
Yes.
around and
Shit.
energetic
Yeah.
and jumping around in
But
energetic joy.
uh,
She got tired of
Ross,
feeling tired and
Ross will
sucking,
be watching that, and
loss of appetite.
Moxter's increased spirits after being uh,
How is it?
restored multiple times with the power of the
Belly power.
power of Sophilia's deity, performing these miracles. Roth would look over to Sophia and be like, "You've done it! Ha! Look at her go!" And and as Mokta is like jumping around and springy with her movements and whatnot, um, Roth would would put his arm around Sophia and like bring her in with like just one arm and like kind of like looking at her um after she performed the miracle. He'd be like, um, what would we have done without you, Sophia? And then he tries to reach for Luna. I'm assuming Luna was like within within reach. If she's not,
She is.
is she within reach?
She is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then he would also wrap his other arm around Luna and be like, I thank both of you for bringing Mokja back to form. And you would feel yourself being squeezed inward towards them both. Then you feeling like the strength of 18 strength for Rock
Luna kind of
on
struggles.
your small bodies, your small frames.
Luna
And then he
kind of
would
struggles. And she goes, I didn't realize you were a hugger, Roth. Nice to know.
Hmm.
and Roth would he would release you both,
You guys
and
hear me
then
now?
he
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
There you
oh we
go.
hear you now, yeah.
Here we
All
go.
right, good.
There you go.
Came in with the
All right, continue.
Okay, and then he would release you both, and then he would um he would look down towards Moksha and kneel down. Moksha would be like all happily, approaching him, and he would be, petting him and rubbing her around her neck and back of her head and whatnot, and patting her torso, and then receiving licks and whatnot. And and then Roth would say, he's like, he's like, you may not have seen it, uh, Luna, not so much over the time that we've been here, but then as he's saying this, he's also probably still getting licked by Mokta. He's like trying to avoid, Mokta licking him in like his mouth and shit. And he'd be like, but just look at how cute she is.
You
Um,
know,
of
it kind.
course, of course, compassion is something that I could show. I'm not all wrong, despite having it in spades.
That really,
And he would
that really.
flex a bicep.
She goes. Sophia goes. Wow, look at you. You know, Roth. It really warms my heart. For a second there, I didn't really think you cared about Mokja, but now I see that I. But now I see that I was wrong.
Yeah, my is that cold, bro. I'll have to be like, um, however
But
do you mean?
no, I
Luna kind
thought that I see you. I see you train her so hard and always so stoic and serious, and sending her without any hesitation to harm's way. But I actually see that you really do care about her. That you don't see her just as a tool, but also as your partner. So that's all. I mean nothing bad by it. Just an
Luna
observation.
Luna leans on Sophia and she goes, you
Uh,
know what? That's a good point. I've never heard a single compliment come from him about Makja.
that's a
Hmm.
good girl, isn't she?
Mm, well,
I guess you don't mind if I feed
I'm
her
sure.
an extra treat tonight. I hope not. She earned it.
She, She was a brave girl indeed.
Give me snacks.
I'm sure. I'm sure she would be eating twice her fill today. I will make sure of it. Um, and then he says to Luna, "Well, perhaps you were distracted by Shaw, but I'm sure when you're, I'm sure that you're, I'm sure that when you return to quiet contemplation, it will reoccur to you
I don't know.
the
She
many
might have been
times
distracted by you
that's
screaming and running away while your dog was getting swallowed. Lucian says to you. He interrupts.
Oh, that makes
Adler, when Lucian says that, Adler reaches into he
He
reaches
waited
into
till
his sleeve. He
he
takes out
waited
his wand,
he waited till
and
after the
then
plot was.
he takes out his wand. He says the command word for wormhole, which is "Oh," and teleports. Uh,
Ooh.
I am out. I'm probably going closer into town. Do some gathering information, trying to find out where I could go to get some ink work done.
The town.
But also,
We're
I
in
thought we were
Cromhold.
about, I thought we were in
No,
Crumhold, right?
yeah,
Stronghold.
Yeah, Crom's hole.
That's a that's a
Oh, the
Yeah.
keep,
keep,
not
the
a
keep.
not a
My bad.
village.
Not the
Yeah, it's
town.
the
That's a
key.
keep.
So yeah, I want to see if there's anybody there that
Like a prison tattoo artist.
that does that does ink work.
mm,
Because I sense an argument coming right quick. Alice like, nope. Peace.
Lu- Luna just takes like a quick glare at Roth and just
Does he though?
goes silent. She doesn't say anything. She goes, just gives him a look and doesn't say anything.
Does he? Does he fetch an
Mm.
argument with that plus zero
No.
sense motive? No.
oh
Yeah,
shit.
That's true. Plus
Oh,
zero.
Oh
oh,
That's true.
got
shit.
him,
Get called
got him,
out,
That's
bro.
valid. That's valid.
got
That's
him.
valid.
just
That's
don't
valid.
touch it in the
He
air.
didn't sense the argument. Only thing he has is just his
Wait,
desire to
who's
do
arguing, by the way?
Nobody.
Out of character, who's arguing?
no one. No one's
Or should I
arguing
say
out
out of
loud.
character? Or
Nobody.
out of character? Why do you feel that way?
Well, I guess according to Lou, I don't have the wisdom to catch that anyway, so you can scrap that.
No, I mean play your character how you want. I'm just
Oh,
Well,
Oh,
you've been
okay. So,
interacting. We've been
so
interacting with each other's characters, that you know our quirks and all that, and our
right.
threshold.
I mean, he's
So
been around them long enough.
so
He probably would have a
you've been
bonus,
around us
right?
long enough.
He
So
probably
yeah,
have a
so you
okay.
get like a
bonus.
+5 bonus probably. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess what would clue Adler off to that is the switch in tone. Because before it seemed like you guys were having like a little puppy party, that everybody was all happy and go lucky. And then the tone switched to um
Missing a minute.
switch with the comment from
Hard.
Lucen. It took a hard left into seriousness because now it was going back to
Uh,
what we just
Lucian was
left.
joking with it though. I mean, Lucian was kind of joking with it. I guess I'll here. Let me roll bluff too, because I was joking with it. I
I'll
wasn't
be
really
honest
like.
with you. I forgot that he
I
said.
guess out of
I
character,
forgot that he
I
said
didn't hear
that.
him.
What what was his words? What was his words
It's like
exactly
when
He said,
again?
like
or
when you
maybe he
were
was distracted by you screaming and running away while your dog was being swallowed.
right.
Mm.
Hmm.
That's what Alan was like.
Maybe he was
Yeah,
maybe he
Gone.
was distracted
Before,
because maybe
like,
he
let's go
was
back to character.
distracted because he was screaming because I was screaming and running away
because
while my
Roth
dog
was
was being swallowed.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Um, Roth was saying, I, our last few encounters, especially in the realm of the weird,
There's been something
a
else for you,
lot of
haven't they? Huh?
strange things have happened.
I noticed Lucian saying this to you while you were
Perhaps
talking.
she was distracted,
Mm, I'm telling
but
you, it was a sight. It was a sight to see.
or not see.
Mm,
according to you.
well, no, I said
Well,
it.
good
I
thing we
definitely
have a
said it.
longer history than the last 24 hours.
Absolutely.
Aye, for those times, should she rattle her brain a few, I'm sure she will remember a few,
A few,
uh,
few, few
a
Scoobies,
few
few pop.
extra, a few additional encounters.
Maybe, maybe not.
Either way, I know how I feel.
That's good. That's good. Sometimes we can't tell though. And yeah, Lucius stares at that. Lucius stares at Mark Judd. He's like, is he a dick to you sometimes?
Yeah,
Mm.
I do have a soft spot.
he,
As I do have a
he
soft
pet
spot
he
for
pets
animals,
Macho
though.
on the head.
I don't like seeing animals suffer, but at the
Not
same
at
time,
all.
I understand we do have a mission though, and Mugjar is not a regular breed. He is, I will say, he is definitely not a normal dog.
Not at
So
all.
he's
Or
definitely
she.
built to be
She.
able to handle um,
It's
the
a she,
adventuring
right?
life.
Macho is
Yeah,
she, right?
she.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Marked
Is
she.
it he or
I
she?
mean,
Marked she.
it's a
Yeah,
Then
keen,
and
yeah,
tattoo is a he.
yeah,
yeah.
it's a keen to war horses. I love horses, but
Mm,
many of them get impaled, taken out in duty of their warrior riding them on knights. You know,
mm.
that's an unfortunate of battle and war. And hopefully we don't
Collateral
lose no
damage, huh?
correct. But yes, at least I could see the wisdom of the training regimen that you put Makja. If it weren't for all that training, that hard training that you put her through, she probably would have died within a
Yeah,
few seconds,
Margarita hit
especially in that
hard.
realm where we were in.
Shit.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, what you're doing is working. I mean, her durability is stronger than even a bear. I you know, I would definitely like to see her fight. Actually, no, I wouldn't want to see her
Yeah.
with a bear. That would be too
You're
sad.
gonna put her.
Yeah. But I think Mark Jack will hold her own though against the bear though. I really am confident that she would.
Let me see her.
Not a bear.
Mokja
Not a
has
bear.
You're
been
gonna have
trained for
fucking.
war, as
You're
you said,
gonna have pit
Sophia.
bull fights and shit. You first, you set up the
I
first pit bull
second
fight league
everything
in
you said.
fucking D&D.
This dog is built different.
Indeed, she is.
Mm. You'd be surprised. I
I
don't
wouldn't
think
actually.
if she could speak, I'm sure she wouldn't have it any other way. And
I
Mokja
said
would uh would
that'd be
would
that'd
uh
be
would
something to
uh
see.
would would
Maybe we
quickly
could
like
find a way to get her to
take
speak
a
one day.
take a like a her typical like fighting stance and then bark in like what seems like confirmation
Mm.
as she says that.
With some looks at Macho barking and was like, "Hmm, that'd be that'd be nice to see her speak one day. That'd be something incredible." And he pets Macho underneath the chin.
Fuck is
Good
that?
girl.
The hell
Dogs
is that?
speak.
Oh, somebody draw that?
What the hell happened?
Roth would Roth would say
This right here.
dogs can speak.
No, but
So
I've
you
seen
saying that
animals speak before.
Ophelia Roth,
you
Mockjaw,
have?
Luna, Adler,
Yes.
Lucian.
Yes, in the pits
Somebody
back
drew.
in when I was a slave for the Yuanti.
Like, who the fuck drew that shit?
I don't know. It wasn't me.
Louis,
So
Louis Sophia tried to do a handle animal trick on Mukja.
Ah,
what
Try
am I looking
oh,
at?
She's trying to teach Mokja how to hug back.
Handle animal trick. Didn't this
She's trying to
guy
teach Mokja how
lock?
to hug.
I think he locked everybody out of that shit. Where is it?
Mm.
Yeah,
He
Lock
locked.
out of what?
yeah,
She can't be
it's
handle
locked
animal?
out.
Where is it? He gave
There's
her a
a trick
trick
called
when nobody.
exclusive.
Yeah, nobody else can use
Nobody.
handle
Okay.
animal on
That's
her.
that's fucked up. This dude don't trust us, man. This guy's
That's what
Batman
I
over here.
was
Mm-hmm.
saying, because I
He
was
like,
Mm-hmm.
like, yo,
man,
there's other
I don't
members of
trust.
the.
I don't
animal
trust
against me.
enemies. I don't trust enemies.
But now
So
the
if
Animals
it's
is
allies
if it's
can't do
allies.
it.
fighting you,
The
it's
allies
enemies.
can't.
So, yo, Makja gives Sophia the cold eye, like, damn, so ungrateful,
Right.
little doggy.
Get
What an
get the
ungrateful little
fuck away
doggy.
from me.
Makja's
Grateful
like, get the
Yeah,
fuck
but
away from me.
Ungrateful
he
doggy.
would, he would have, she would have, she wouldn't listen to enemies if she was hostile to it.
Grateful little dog.
Oh
She
shit.
wouldn't
Oh
listen
my
to
god, I expect
enemies
that
she
from a
was
cat,
hostile
not a
towards,
dog.
though.
I expect that from a cat.
Right.
When Rock sees you doing that and trying to like perform a trick with her,
She's just like,
Rock would go. He'd go Mokja Darurukuro, and
nah, you
he
need to
would
say that in Spanish, Mexico. You gotta say that in Spanish now.
Yeah, man.
Abrazo, abrazo.
I fucking hate you, bro.
Come on,
Oh my god,
come on,
so y'all
Cholo.
stop
Let's
trying to
You
Mm,
better
stop
go
mm.
with that
trying
Google.
Let's go,
let's
to
Poppy.
go,
stop
Cholo.
trying.
Go to
Let's
Google
Let's go,
Translate,
Poppy.
bro. Go hit it.
Let's go.
I hate y'all for trying to make this shit canon. Get away from me. uh, I
Hit
mean,
that
listen,
Google
it's
Translate hard body.
eventually,
Let's go.
eventually, eventually. um, what
I
the
want to
fuck
see
is
it
the
fluid
Spanish word you use?
sentences.
be
Pichardo.
like,
You would know. What's the Spanish word
Moksha,
For
ven
for
aquí, ahora.
I can't, man.
I'm mad
I
that that's
can't
happened.
fuck with y'all today, man. I hate y'all so
Gotta be more
much.
Mexican. I need more Mexican.
Loteria,
Vete
More.
aquí ahora.
loteria,
I can't with y'all.
I need
loteria,
it
lo
super racist.
siento.
I,
mano derecha
yeah,
del
I
diablo.
need, all right. I need it. Right, nigga.
Oh,
That's
I'm
Need
that
the
big
sorry,
shit.
bomb.
son.
I
And
hate
you
that
and
y'all
you
really
made him.
try to
You
bring
made
this
him.
shit alive,
You
bro. I
you
can't.
made him worship Kalembor too. Like all I see is mock. Like I
Day
swear
of
to
the
God,
Dead.
Roth right now is
Mm.
forever wearing Day to Dead face paint to me. Like I can't.
That's funny.
I can't picture him
You can't
without
unsee
the
that. You
face.
can't
I
unsee
can't unsee
that
the face
now.
paint. The face paint's there.
I can see it too. I thought about it. I thought about it. I thought about it, but I was like,
It's also kind of tribal too,
it
like
just didn't.
with the face
Does it,
paint. So
Hmm.
yeah, like honestly, with the whole like Grim Howl thing, I really thought like
You could do it like
he
Chapel
should have
with like
like
a
the tribe,
spawn.
like you said, the tribe should have had like some sort of like way to denote like
markings, yeah, they do it to them.
themselves from other.
Yeah.
So I could see
Hmm.
how that could play a part. But
Some more paint for your face and shit.
I was
The
thinking
back.
more like just war paint. Yeah, now it being like
Mm.
related to some Mexican shit is so funny to me. I don't know how to like. Maybe Roth will have like a maybe his arc. Maybe he'll have an arc where he delves back deeper into his grim howl and we can flesh it out. We can flesh it out. I'm down for that. I'm down for that. Um, him like getting running into his tribe again. Sees he used to have feelings of like resentment, but then like in bitterness, but then like someone like gives him reason to take some more good and not see the bad all of everything that they've done, and then like apply it to his daily work as a Kalimba right now. I could see him doing that in his art. But right now he's like so like fuck the Grim House, like that's how he left that clan. Very it was very like, learn American. You're in America now, learn American. Learn English. He's not fucking with his roots right now.
learn,
He's
learn,
second generation.
learn, learn that common. Here's
They
your
took our jobs.
here's your Thoris
He
alphabet.
said they're taking our jobs.
Oh, you talking about that South Park episode? Yo,
They
South
took
Park.
our jobs.
Yo, the accent keeps getting thicker with every. It was killing me.
They took our jobs.
It,
They took our jobs.
that accent got so thick it was like four syllables after at the end. It was like
Yeah, that's true. Good girl. You couldn't even understand it after a while.
Oh, I fucking love.
Yo,
I
drop
fucking.
that link in the chat. I don't know
I'm.
what you're talking about.
I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you a link because I fucking love South Park.
It's
Like
it's South
you
Park. It's
wanna
South Park.
you
Yeah,
you
Yeah.
wanna you wanna talk about satirical genius? It's those guys.
genius.
It is those guys.
I concur.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm,
They can get away with a lot of
okay.
this shit because it's just
they make fun of
they just
everybody. They
they
make
make
fun of
fun
the
of
whole
everybody and
world,
everything,
every
but they like
demographic, everybody.
they're like satirical geniuses because like if you really pay attention and look in between the lines, like they're so good at their satirical comedy that the
Mm,
people they're making fun of think they're being validated, but they're
Yeah,
not. They were actually
but
being made fun of.
they're exposing their
oh
hypocrisy.
shit.
That recent
Right.
the special that they had, the Pandaverse, there was so many of them that were like making clips of
Mm,
it, like trying to validate, like, oh yeah, you know, all this. And I watched the whole thing, and I get to the end, I'm like, they didn't validate anything you guys said. They actually were making fun of you the whole fucking time. And then at the end, the last 5 minutes of the fucking like special, they made it very
mm.
clear. They made it very clear. But you didn't pay attention to the last 5 minutes. You was just paying attention to the other fucking 40 minutes. Like, okay.
Oh shit. South Park,
Nah,
huh?
yeah, South Park. I fucking love South Park, man. I fucking love it. Like I say the first three, maybe four seasons, they didn't really lean into that much. Some of it was pretty silly. Some of it was a little like satirical, political kind of stuff. Um, but like I think maybe from like season 4, 5, and like up, like they started getting heavy into the shit. I mean,
Mm.
I love this shit. There's been a few episodes where they even made fun of themselves. Like even they were safe from their comedy. They made fun of themselves so hard,
Even they weren't safe.
so fucking hard. It was a couple episodes they did that to themselves with. Shit was
Mm,
hilarious. But
mm. Did
anyway,
Atlas still teleport out? Cause
so
oh
no,
Yeah, he
wow,
did.
it's at Crom's
prematurely. Okay.
hold. So he's asking the soldiers around if there's any like tattoo artists and
Hmm.
Oh
so
wait, I
this
fucking we skipped over it. I basically said the shit in Orcish and in Mexican, and uh, it's to allow other
Schultz
people
in Spanish.
take to take commands from other people. I can.
Orc is Mexican.
All
It
right.
says, and I
That
can.
is
It only takes direction from the handler
canon
that's
now,
both
bro.
the trick and those creatures
Orcs
indicated
and
by the
Mexicans,
trainer's
bro.
serve command. But if I don't have
The
the
oh
serve
characters, what,
command,
Dominicans?
I can push it. I
you
want
can
to push
push it, yeah.
Mothra to take. Yeah. So basically, I'm pushing
Big push.
Mockjaw
Latino.
Pork
to take the
pork is
command that you're trying to give her,
I'll be right back.
Pichardo. So whatever trick you're trying
Elves
to
and
help try to
Spaniards,
perform on Mockjaw,
like really from Spain and
she
shit.
is able to follow it.
Okay, she was trying to teach her to do like a hug her back.
Okay, that probably
Like
be a
imagine like Scooby Doo, because you know Scooby Doo is huge, right? And
yeah,
he's like
yeah.
big too.
He said
Like when he
huge.
Yeah,
shakes
he like
hands and
7 feet tall.
he places like both his hands like over his shoulder, like he's trying to
Hmm,
like hug,
hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can see her. You can see like I can picture the dog
That's how I
like
play Macho.
with the tongue like sticking out, like like
At least
happy and
six
stuff
four,
when they
standing up.
relax. Yeah.
Hmm. I can see that. That would be like a performance check.
Why is Macho so fucking big?
Yeah, she's as big as us, a medium
Yeah,
sized creature.
Medium size.
yeah,
A
When
halfling
she
could
stands
ride
on
her.
her two legs.
A halfling or a kid could ride her as a mount or a
right,
goblin. Yeah.
right.
Yeah, easily. So Mockjaw would see what you're trying to get her to do, and like many times before, not many times, but a few times, she remembers doing something similar with Roth when she was like more in her infancy, and gets on her hind legs and then leans on you basically with her front paws
Hmm.
like that.
Nice.
Um, and Roth would be like,
That's a good girl. Good girl.
It's been a long time since I seen her like that. I didn't know that you were taking the. No, he wouldn't know. He wouldn't know because Rock was training you with handle animals. So
Yes, you're the one that
he
taught
would
me,
be like,
silly.
so he
He
would be
says that
like,
to you. Keep it in character. You're the one that taught me, silly. And it's worked. But she thinks it.
oh, but you don't. Wait, so you know this? Wait, hold on a second. No, that's not how that goes. Then she
You
would have come
taught
in with
her
train.
you taught her how to do animal handling.
I get what you're
Yeah.
Also.
saying. I agree. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So Roth would be like,
And you also taught Lucian too to
Hmm.
do animal handling.
yeah, I'm glad you guys are finally putting this shit to use.
You're
Roth
welcome.
says, Roth is like, Roth is like,
You don't want to work for Lewis? Come
just
back.
like,
You don't
just
want to work
like,
for Lewis? Because Lewis is not hearing us.
oh, you
Is
want
he
to wait?
not?
I can wait. I can wait.
Yeah, yeah, he walked away. That way he doesn't mix context.
He probably would want us to keep going though,
Yeah, you can finish it. I
All
Yeah,
don't
right.
care.
probably.
He'll,
because he's gonna
we
rewatch
So,
we
it
know
anyway.
we know what's going on.
All right.
okay, he would be like,
Up to you guys. Up to you guys.
he
Yes.
goes, just like, just like I taught you, Sophie. Seems, and that was masterful. In fact, when are you going to get yourself your own? Uh, I believe it was a war horse. I believe.
Oh yeah, a horse, just like similar to Makja here. Of course, Makja, you're replaceable. You're one of a kind, unique. No one will ever replace you as the
But he
party's
said,
mascot.
"A mascot, diabolical."
I'm
You-
I'm sure. Well, actually, I wouldn't. I'm not going to assume. Rock would be like
well,
a
on
war
the
horse,
north,
right? I'm
yes.
not sure if. I'm not sure. Um. Well, your comment about her being the mascot, Roth would be like, by all means, I'm sure you could train yourself a war horse that would uh that would fully um symbolize um no well I'm sure you would train a war horse that would fit in with the rest of us and be a symbol of night, a symbol fit for Night Watch's reputation. Fit for Night Watch's, not fit for, but kind of like one that would embody the reputation of Night Watch. Being that the damn creature is coming in like halfway through. Damn, wording that was fucking awful.
It's all good. It's good.
Real quick, Adler, as you ask around the keep, some soldiers do mention that in Daggerford there's a man by the name of Durf,
Derp.
a human
Durf.
man. Durf, yeah, that's his name. I didn't name this
Durf.
shit.
Oh,
This is published shit.
Durf.
Durf. He's uh
All
I
right.
he's a human man.
DERP. That's crazy.
Um, in fact, I mean, Adler's been in Daggerford long enough to know that, like,
Yeah, he would know
he,
it.
yeah,
His knowledge local would easily get that.
it's a derf, it's a derf, it's a guy, it's a human male who lives in Daggerford, and he runs a shop, a very clean shop
Mm.
by the name of Durf's Skin Art. It's a shop where he and his two apprentices, one of whom is actually 15 years older than he is, They tattoo pictures and expressions on the bodies of
Husband.
people. So they do tattoos. They typically do them on sailors, merchants, and adventurers. That's their typical clientele. He's extremely talented in his work.
I bet you were gonna say he
Um,
was extremely Italian.
no, extremely talented in his work, but he
Italian.
takes about 50% longer with a design than his initial estimate. Um, the eldest of his apprentices, Sniden Lodge, is famous for tattooing a map on the back of a door, and the other apprentice,
Is this prison break?
Zarabor the Piercer, has a wonderfully rougher style that's considered quote unquote vividly unpleasant by Waterdeep noble. Zarabor has been working on scarification and branding, hoping to become the forefront artist in this beautification technique.
It's almost like he's giving you no
Okay.
choice.
So we got Durf,
And his
If
we
you want to
and
do
got
his
branding,
Sidon,
side.
yeah, you know you.
Oak
Yeah,
Lodge,
Yeah, Zarabor and
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 Jeroboam the Piercer.
Sniden. Yeah, Sniden and Zarabor. Those are the three.
Sniden.
Nine.
get branded like a Sigma and shit.
Sniden, Oak Lodge,
So yeah,
and
they're
Jeroboam the
the people
Piercer.
you're gonna want to go to,
All right, cool.
and they're there in Daggerford.
Black maternity life.
Oh, we about to get
Roth would turn around as soon as he hears like
that.
magic being used, and he would be like, "Hey, where?" Before he can get the words out of the teleports out, and he looks back at the rest of the group, confused. Actually, that probably happened. You said that happened in the beginning, so
It'll happen after
that would have
Lucian
happened.
made the comment.
I want to retcon just to back to that point because I just want to know what everybody else would have reacted to that because I kind of feel like we kept going as if we didn't pay attention to this guy teleporting.
I
Yeah,
mean,
the rest of the characters, I'm curious what they. Well, Adela said he left not too long after the
So
conversation.
Frida would have still continued what she was doing, and she recognizes the spell effect that Adler's doing, so she wouldn't really be worried, especially since we're in Chrome Hole, and she knows that his range of teleportation is not that far
He didn't even go that
from
far. You
experience.
used the wand or you casted it?
The
Here's the
one is only
wand.
like 10 foot. That's only 10 foot.
Oh, then you went
Sophia,
Yeah, it's
10 feet.
fifteen.
Sophia still sees him.
Mm.
He went like
He
10
It's
just like
15.
feet.
sidestep.
I probably went like on the other side of a
Yes,
wall.
she still sees them.
Lucian could
He
still
goes
uh,
see him.
teleport.
So
He's
could
like,
Sophia.
Bruce just like, what the fuck?
Probably went on the other side of a wall, or
He
maybe
He said
dragged.
that's what I'm
floor.
thinking.
abracadabra and
That's what I'm
teleported
Just
thinking.
like 10 feet
teleported
away.
across the room and shit.
Yeah,
She got
This,
I
Just
probably
she
going
still hear
support
teleported
him.
either
Adelar
below
shit.
the floor or above the floor or on the other side of the wall.
Why?
that
Why?
makes sense.
That's silly. I wouldn't
Just
He
waste
going.
too
said
much.
why? Because he
Listen,
wants to
it's
be
just
cool.
because he's
Damn it!
Adelar, bro. That nigga just does what he wants. Like,
I was like,
I'm
fuck
a
it.
bird and
The
teleport for 10
visual, the
feet.
visual, the visual
Burn
display
for
of
10
that.
feet. Nigga just
Um,
teleport to the
looks
fucking
like
I
we went
mean,
anywhere. You know what I mean? Like he, so it looks.
the
That's
vendor
why. That's
next
why
to
it
us.
had that reaction on me. But since he knows, it's like being metagame. Like us talking about it now, we could see on the outside. It's like, oh, he only went 10 foot. So
Yeah,
like,
we're good.
but if
We're good.
Ophelia is
I
He's
this,
went 10 feet,
gone.
but I'm still
He's,
gone. I'm
he's
10 feet on
gone.
the other side of a
exactly,
wall.
you're still ten feet gone
He's
from
gone.
where we were exactly.
Right.
So that's I want to acknowledge
We're already
that.
past
I
that.
want to acknowledge that. So
Yeah.
C says Ophelia would still do what he did, and then oh, okay, so I know where I'll be at. So after we go through everything, we do the trick and everything with the Moksha. Roth would rise to his feet, recompose himself, and then at some point he takes the furious bastard sword off his back and he puts it in front of himself, and he's like staring at the blade, and then he goes, um, hmm. "Oh, so I know you saw Adam and Eve. No one's worried." And he starts like doing some
Lucian's like, no, I'm not worried.
drills
He's
with the
right over
blade.
there.
He's right there.
Oh shit!
He
You see
points.
Sophia pointing also down. He's right there.
Yo, I'm dead, right?
He's not on the same floor. I don't think you
Oh,
guys
okay.
realize that. He
Because I don't
teleported
know.
either below you guys or
It
above
wasn't
you
on the,
guys.
it wasn't on the same floor. Okay, my bad.
No.
All right,
All
all right.
right. So still the
No,
same
but
question.
Lucia still. No, no. Lucia's like, no, I'm not at all. He does it all the time. He'll be right back. He's never gone too long, too far.
And then Roth would say in a more of a hushed tone, mm,
Lewis,
but
does it
this
seem you
time
like
it's different,
Sophia hears Adler
isn't it? He
after he
has
teleported?
just returned from this zero product lot with um with he did return from the zero product lot. Like us, of course, but also
You
not.
just had a fucking eye in your throat.
He's changed.
Everybody was changed a little bit, man. Lucia says to you.
He still has
You
the
just had an
eye in
eye in
him.
your throat. Lucia like plucks the eye in your throat. He's like, you still got this shit. And then
I took
everybody's
the
changed
damage
a
from that
little
already,
bit.
right? And it's gone.
Everybody's changed a little bit. I'm not too worried about it. Not yet, at least.
So Lucian's not worried. Sophelia says what about the teleport?
If she heard.
She says,
Oh, she
She
knows
she
where.
points she points toward the direction where Adler is at. He's right there.
What
and
are you pointing at the floor or the ceiling? Because I teleported
Where
off the floor.
where
You probably
she
don't see me.
where she hears you after you teleported.
You could hear me through the floor. I don't think you realize I'm
No,
not on the
like
same
she know,
floor as
like
you.
She
I
could
was
hear you.
saying, like she saw you take out the wand and say the command word,
She
and
Yeah.
knows I teleported. You know, I didn't go that
yeah,
far. You know, I'm in
she
the same
yeah,
building.
she knows.
Yeah, but I was saying the point part would be weird because I'm not actually visibly where you could point.
I mean,
I'm
Oh,
on the same
everybody.
floor.
Everybody
I
would
thought you
know that.
teleported 10 foot
Everybody would
away
know
or something.
that, really,
Oh,
because
so you're not like visible then. You're not like teleported like 10
Yeah,
like
I
10.
teleported below you guys
you went in the
on the other side
basement
of.
of Crom's
I'm in
home.
the
Oh.
basement. Yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't stay on the same floor. I was
I thought
like,
you were in the same floor. I thought you were
nah,
like, what is this guy doing? Like we charges
Yeah,
in the
no,
same floor. All
no,
right,
no,
never
no.
mind. I mean, it sounds like a wacky kind of thing to do also, but all right.
right.
Sure.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I
All right.
said he's right over there. But go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we're fleshing this out because it seems
I
like
mean,
we
it
all have
was kind
different
of. I mean,
perceptions of the thing of the thing.
Anything Luna's
So
doing
so now
during all
that you know
this?
that she's not around, does anyone else have anything to say
Um,
about that?
Luna will
Does she listen to this, or she just go off to like a room and relax somewhere or
she
whatever?
will go off and like she'll think about what she said in another room and just kind of like just think about what she said earlier. Because I remember Sophia wanted to talk about it, but like Luna's just she goes to her room and just thinks about it.
All right. Well, your
Hmm.
characters are in a place of, relaxation and rest before they can make their way back to Daggerford. Does Sophia and Luna ever do they go back to what Luna revealed, or not yet?
They do, but later, or probably like the next day. I know Sophia would like to speak with the Baroness, Baroness Crumb, and put her
Oh,
up to date with what's
what's
going
her
on in the
name?
Blizzard March. Debrief
Priyan, I
her.
think. Yeah, Priyan
Priam
Crum.
Crumb, Priam Crumb, but Baroness, yeah.
Yeah.
So she'll take and
Yeah.
then
I mean, you go to see her, and she meets with you one on one, and yes. What could I help you with?
she goes like, "Thank you again for uh, taking us in at your keep and your estate for much well needed rest that we need. Um, in our exploration out there, we did not encounter the lizard folk, but we did get a chance to explore a little bit around that cerebrotic block that just appear out there. And you should be aware that
Mm.
perhaps in the near future, whatever is down there might spill out. So you should be ready to have a contingency plan if you have to retreat and head back to the Waterdeep.
So you pretty much like give her the info that you guys have gathered, like while you were
Pretty
there.
much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
So what she does is she takes in everything that you say,
She even though
and
Red Eye and his people are like a bit threat, she makes it sure that they know that there are way more dangerous thing out there
right.
than Red
So
Eye. Yeah.
she takes a record of your report on the cerebral blot, and what she tells you, the information that they have on the cerebral blot. She's gonna take your information and put it in with that, so keep it all in one place, consolidate it, and then what they're gonna do is they're gonna send this to Waterdeep to the superiors and let the Waterdeep authorities be aware of, like, as they normally do, be aware of like everything that's going on with the Lizard Marsh and this cerebral blot thing. Yeah, as he says, she's definitely going to put it as like one of the top priorities, alongside like with Red Eye. Um, so she goes, uh, I thank you for this, Ophelia, and it highly appreciated. Anything you ever need from us, you and the rest of your group, um, you can make your requests. We'll do the best that we can. She's like, she tells Ophelia, like, I've sent word to Waterdeep praising you and the rest of your group, which I believe you call, you have all named yourselves the
The,
Night
the
Watch.
Night Watch. That is correct.
It goes, so
It
yeah,
will
she's like,
also
you have, there has been word, and there's word that has been sent to Waterdeep of you and your team's heroics.
I hope you also put in a good word for some of the lizard folk citizens, such as Kushak, the druid follower. They're just
Yes.
being oppressed. They're being forced to serve this red eye. I would not like to, in the future, see Waterdeep send down a force to exterminate them all, when they're just many of them are just
Yes.
innocent bystanders.
I have made sure she said, yes, I have made sure to put that in the report as well. Should you ever head to Waterdeep before I do, she says you are free to speak
Wow, I'm honored, Baroness.
on their behalf. Um,
I am very honored, Baroness. Coming from you, a noble woman, it will hold great weight in Waterdeep. Thank you for this aid.
says says, I've given word for them concerning the lizard folk of the Lizard Marsh. I've given word to them that what you say will be a representation of what I say. So should you ever find
Mm.
yourself in Waterdeep, you are free to arrange for a treaty concerning the lizard folk that do not side with Red Eye.
Who should I seek out there?
So he gives you some information of like who and Waterdeep to contact. So
Mm.
basically, whenever you go to Waterdeep and you have Sophia go do this, you can have Sophia make a diplomacy check And should Sophia, succeed on this diplomacy check, she will actually have successfully negotiated a treaty.
God, like, all
Hmm.
right.
Yeah, you'd be able to, Sophia would be able to convince some politicians and aristocrats, um,
Hmm.
the merit of, some of the lizard folk that
Yes,
reside in the lizard marsh, as opposed to the
this
ones that
bloodshed.
are, side with Red Eye.
That's right. This bloodshed must end. We must all unite and face chaos and his undead fiends.
Hmm.
Lizard folk, humankind, orc kind, all of us.
All of us. We're in this together.
That shit is god like it's some
The
Rimuru
great.
fucking Sama
Mhm.
shit, son. Just some
The living versus
reincarnated as a
death.
slime shit, son. That shit is god like.
Who?
He
You expect me to wreck this treaty with there be humans? They're not them humans. They're lizard folk.
Oh, you're talking
It's
about
dope, son.
Overlord.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
No, I'm
I
talking
I
about
thought
reincarnated as a slime.
Oh, you know what? I
Mm, I
I
don't
haven't.
thought
know anything
I,
about that.
Man, thank you for reminding me. I haven't seen
I,
season 2 yet.
I started rewatching
Oh.
Overlord.
Yeah, I need to see that.
Yeah. That's
I need
true.
to see that. Oh, you just reminded me. Because I was
Mhm.
yesterday. I was like, man,
It was mad
I
fun.
need to watch something. I haven't watched anything lately. It's like, what the
Yeah.
fuck did
I'm
I
I'm
miss?
down to watch it with you. We supposed to start a watch party in this group, weren't we?
We were.
Ooh, we doing watch party now?
I thought we were supposed to
Yeah.
start something.
Yo,
About,
Somebody,
but
We were
I
supposed
yo,
don't
to
even
pick
know.
like something
I'm
that we haven't all watched together and
Yo, this
then
is the
in there and watch
weekend. This weekend right now, the kids are at their
I
other
like that
parent.
idea.
So
I'm on vacation until like the following Monday,
I
so
have
I'm down.
tomorrow.
mm,
I have tomorrow evening, all of
I'm off
Saturday, and
tomorrow.
all of Sunday, like
Oh my
free,
lord.
pretty much.
Well, you guys already know I go to work on the
I know
weekends
you.
like
Yeah, I
at
know
like
you work.
that
11.
Saturday I
nigga's
got
been
a
working.
party.
That
Yeah.
nigga's been
Saturday I
working
So
got a
I
every
go
party.
Friday
So
for the last 20
but
years, bro.
Saturday evening I'm
That
free,
nigga's
and
been
Sunday
working
too.
every Friday, Saturday, Sunday since like he was
yeah,
13.
yeah. So I mean we could do it before I go to work.
That's because he work. You still have Pepper Lounge?
Morning
Right,
and
right.
afternoon, even nighttime, just until 11, 10:30. I gotta be out. But
You still have
until
Pepper.
then, I'm
You have Pepper Lounge, right, on the weekend?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
But though, I mean, if we're talking anime, that's only like 24 minutes. So we could get like at least 2, 3 of them in before
No,
gotta go to
for
work
real.
or something.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I
Yeah.
don't like as soon as the kids leave, they're gone at 5 o'clock on Friday. So like
Mhm.
from there all the way to Sunday evening, like I ain't doing shit.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with
Shit. I'm
Sundays is
doing
kind of packed for me because I
shit.
like Sundays. I personally train like Smiler, but other than and I also
You
game.
working on that, right?
Um, yeah, I'm working on that. She posting things in her story that's kind of like telling on her level right now. Her freak level is climbing.
He said a
She,
freak level.
she- she's not the kind of girl that
A
stays single
freak
for long.
level, son.
She's not the kind of girl that stays single for long. So like it's probably starting to get to her now. She just finished like, breaking up with her man
Mm,
like at least 3 weeks ago. It's starting to set in.
oh,
Mm.
sound like
Like,
she
oh
the,
shit.
needing some
the
booty
the
calls.
vultures are coming. The
Yeah,
vultures are
yeah.
coming.
Well, let's see
Yeah,
what's gonna happen.
she gonna be
But
needing. She
All
be
right.
ready for them booty
yeah,
calls soon.
Sundays are kind of packed, but Saturdays I could pull that off. Sundays I could still pull off too, probably like maybe one
Well,
episode.
this Sunday I'm down for the get down.
But
So
yeah, I'm down.
we'll
Let's
see.
try it this Sunday.
I'm down
Oh,
too.
let's pick Kaiju number
Saturday,
8.
Saturday, Saturday.
Yo, I haven't,
Saturday.
Kaiju number eight.
I haven't seen
Kaiju number
Kaiju 8.
8 is
I haven't seen
good. That
Kaiju
shit is
8 at
good.
all. I haven't seen it
I
at
haven't
I
Oh,
seen
all.
that
watched that.
but
either.
Tony
I
already
haven't seen
saw
that
it.
either.
I saw
I
that
haven't
Tony,
shit
seen it
at
either.
work.
I
Tony
haven't seen
saw
it
it
either.
already.
Oh, okay.
I
So
haven't seen it
Tony,
either.
Tony could watch with us, but not say shit.
I don't
Right.
think shit.
I
I,
bet. So let's
I haven't
start
seen it.
Kaiju number 8 then.
That's
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
Netflix, right? That's on Netflix, right? I haven't seen that one yet. I think I saw it on Netflix, right? That
Is
was on
it not?
Netflix.
Netflix. They
I got
censored
Crunchyroll.
they
Oh,
censor their
Crunch. All
shit.
right, Crunch.
I don't like watching it on Netflix because they censor their shit.
What?
They
When I was watching
censor
the Blue Eye
shit.
Samurai, they don't censor. They didn't look
I
censored to
was
me. They were
watching
showing nudity and crap
no,
and all that stuff.
I was watching JoJo Bizarre's Adventure on Netflix, and I noticed there was some censorship
It
parts.
wasn't as gay as normally. It.
I was no I was I was noticing some censorship bars. I was like, wait a second, that's not supposed to be blacked out, is it? And I found the website that had the uncensored version of JoJo. And I was like, oh, you
It's
motherfuckers
diabolical.
on Netflix were fucking playing me out right now. Like, I didn't subscribe to
Dang.
you for censorship. The fuck are you doing? I was pissed.
Mm-hmm.
It's an extra
So,
long fondling
That,
scene
that's
and
weird they
shit.
would do that because they got some crazy shit on Netflix.
Yeah, right.
well,
Right.
no, so there's a part in the first season of JoJo where like he grabs the woman, the Dio, he grabs the
Mm.
woman and he grabs her head and he squeezes her head and her eyes pop out.
Dang.
So
Oh
like
Mm.
shit.
when you watch it on Netflix, I don't even think they show it. They
They
block
got
all
the
that shit
the
out.
PG version.
So
I did not realize they censor stuff
when I
on
found out when
those.
I found the uncensored version online, I was like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, what Netflix does is like they get the license to the anime, but they get the license to the anime that they showed on, I guess, Crunchyroll. They get the license to the anime they show on TV. And what happens is
Mm.
that they show it on TV first, censored, and then they release the Blu-ray. And the Blu-ray's uncensored. But people want to get shit right away, so they end up getting the license to the censored version, and they don't they don't wait for the uncensored Blu-ray version, so
Mm.
that they could get the license to that and show that on Netflix or Hulu or whatever.
Mm.
The same thing happened with Hulu. I was watching Tokyo Ghoul on Hulu, and I'm like, this is censored.
Well, bullshit.
I'm noticing these censor bars on Tokyo Ghoul because they're made obvious. They're fucking obvious as shit. Like you just see this black bar across the whole fucking shit.
Black bar.
Yeah, it's obvious as fuck. If you're paying attention, like you just see this black bar, like you're watching the scene and you're like, I feel like I'm supposed to be seeing this, but they're not showing it.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
I need an
So
example now.
because my former sister-in-law, we started watching Tokyo Ghoul on Hulu, and I was
This
like, yo,
food is
something's
spinning,
wrong with this.
man.
I was like,
This
something's
nigga
wrong with this
spinning the lie.
episode.
Ooh, this nigga spinning a lie, bro.
I'm like, something's wrong with this fucking episode. I'm like, why does it look like some of the shit that I should be seeing is censored? Like I can't see it. So I go online and I'm like, I watched the Tokyo Ghoul version of I think might have been season one. I remember the part. It was the part where they met the little girl, right? And she was a ghoul, and he was eating a plate, and on the plate was a human heart. And what happened was in Hulu, if you watch it off of Hulu, they black all that out. Like you don't even see what the fuck is on her plate. But when you find the
Mm.
uncensored version online, on like a pirate streaming site, you see it. Like they show you the plate, they show
Oh,
you the heart, and they show you her eating it. And I was like, yo,
right,
I'm
right.
not watching this shit on Hulu anymore. I was like,
Ever again.
I'm like, this is bullshit. What the fuck is going
Yeah, I want to see all that.
Like, I'm a grown ass adult. Why are you censoring this shit?
Yeah, I'm a grown ass adult.
Like kids shouldn't be watching this anyway. Like, where the fuck are the parents at?
Right.
Like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
This
My
is
man went
pure
straight after them.
bullshit. Do not
Where the
give me
parents
censored
at?
shit. I feel disrespected and insulted, especially since I pay for this subscription. I pay for this shit,
Right,
and
right,
you're gonna
right, right.
censor it? Fuck you. This is why I
This
go
is
to
why you gotta
pirated.
remain a pirate.
Right. This is why I go to pirated streaming sites because they'll show the fucking unedited version. So
Right, right.
It's the same with JoJo. If you watch JoJo on
I
Netflix,
did not know they did that on Netflix, bro. That sounds
they
crazy. But I
censor
never watch anime on
it's
Netflix,
all
so I don't
censored.
know.
So I
I
go to
wonder if Hulu and the
pirate
other
sites.
streaming sites do that. I wonder because
Hulu and Netflix
anime's on like everything.
will show the censored version only because it's the fastest. It's the fastest way because
Okay,
Japan will show it censored, and then when the Blu-ray comes out, that's the only time you can see it uncensored. But the Blu-ray, of course, comes out like 9 months later. So
okay,
yeah, it's
okay.
bullshit. It's too much. Pisses me off. I miss the '90s anime where they didn't censor anything.
Hmm.
I knew that was coming.
Hmm. Back in
That
my
was
day.
I was
That
waiting for that
manga
one.
comic
Back
don't never
in
stop.
my day, nothing was censored. You wanted to see someone get ripped in two and fuck with necrophilia? It was all there.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. Big Apple Anime Fest, bro. That's all I'm gonna
Yo,
say.
90s
Back in
anime
my
was
day,
best, bro. They didn't give a
shit was different.
It was.
They were like, "What? Offensive? What? Nah, you gonna take all of this shit. I don't care how
He
uncomfortable
said
you
he
are.
gonna take all of
I don't care how Matt knows.
it.
What was
Makes
that?
him sound mad sadistic.
Overfiend. It was one of the
Yeah.
Overfiend movies,
Urusukadoji,
man.
some shit.
Oh,
Yo,
Tsukijo. I can't believe I remember the Japanese name for that shit.
it was
Revenge
the
of the
one
Overfiend.
with the it was the one where they were in the place with the psychic kids. At the end of that, I was like, yo, I can't. These motherfuckers are crazy. I can't.
Caesar was a beast,
That
bro.
that shit traumatized
Caesar
me. It traumatized me
Yeah,
and
traumatized.
and
no,
Makimono.
it traumatized me and Matt's cousin Shane. Like the both of us were
Yo,
fucking
Shane got
yo.
traumatized.
We were like, yo,
Damn.
I've
Shit
never
was
seen
crazy.
another hentai since, but I was like, yo, y'all are raping 14-year-olds with tentacles and shit. Nah, I'm done.
It was crazy, bro.
I was like, y'all are
He's
crazy. Y'all are crazy. But anyway,
yeah. Thanks, Japan.
Thank you.
Like
I was like,
the
anyway.
things those
So,
motherfuckers come up with.
so, um, so yeah, I mean, your character's at Crom's Hold, and it's only gonna take you another maybe 2 days. 2 days to get back to Daggerford, I think. Yeah, yeah, it's usually been 2 days. Um, like a day and a half, really. So,
Mm.
if there's nothing else your characters are discussing with each other at Crom's Hold, I mean, you get your rest there, peacefully for once, and you can be on your merry way back to Daggerford. It'll take about a day and a half.
That's what we're doing.
All right. So
Yes. So right
characters are.
right before that, like before we shut eye for the night, Sophia goes to check up on Luna.
That's right. Yeah. Ophelia needs to check up on Luna because I'm sure, now that they're in a safe spot, the two of them were
Yeah,
gonna
just
wanna
them
dis
together alone,
they're gonna wanna
one on one.
discuss like what
This
she
is
just
this is late at night when everyone else
admitted
went to
to,
bed.
yeah.
Yeah,
So we can get
yeah,
into this now, yeah.
yeah. So she makes sure that the rest of the day passes, evening. We all have dinner, do what we have to do. Um, I don't know about the gents over here, but I know the ladies. They're probably gonna bathe, get all cleansed and clean. I know Sophia is.
Filthy.
After she's done like washing her armor and blades from that slimy rain crap we were in the Cerobotic blot. You know,
Hmm.
um, I will say like around 11 at night and so forth. She goes to like to like Luna's room. Wait, were they in the same room? They're probably gonna sleep in the same room. Yeah, I see Sophia doing that. So she goes like, so how you hanging there, Luna?
uh, I think I was considered like I guess I'm glad we're home.
Yeah, it's great that we don't have to be up the whole night like we usually are. That we could lower our guard somewhat.
But the things
Never.
we saw there.
Yes, it's quite quite extraordinary. Um, Nothing we have ever faced before. I mean, we definitely got an adventure for sure. Not really a place I'm looking forward to visiting no time soon, though. How about yourself?
I wouldn't say that that's on the list of places that I would recommend people to go for to spend time with, but people who are scholars like myself, it's something that you definitely want to dive back in.
Agreed. Agreed. I am quite concerned that what's going on in that region of the Lizard March, I hope it does not continue to spread.
Yeah, I don't think anyone deserves that. That's for sure.
I mean, even those creatures that we face there, um, I'm not quite sure whether they're mimicking our reality or if they were actual natural animals from our world that got infected by these things. I mean, they look like they were in agony. I mean, we freed those that we could, but
I don't know. Are we trying to? Are we? Hmm. How do I say this? Why? Why must we put ourselves in the situation in which they should be able to fend for themselves? I'm not saying that we should, I don't know, abandon them, but in a sense of maybe give them the resources because we put ourselves in danger here.
that is true. As you have known since we've been little girls, there are many in this world that are defenseless, that have no one, that they're not strong enough to fight for themselves, and much less do they have a champion to fight for them.
You're
And
right.
it brings back memories. Even when I first met you, and then after we met again, I felt so helpless when I tried to protect you. And I vowed to myself that I will not be weak, that I will become strong. So when the time comes, I'll be there to protect you. And I do not say this lightly, sister. I do not shy away from this responsibility. You you do know that I mean this, correct? That I am here for you, no matter what. I will always choose you.
I do. But that doesn't mean I always need saving, right? You know?
Well, as of late, you're the one that been saving me. She chuckles, and and I mean that, Luke. If it wasn't because of your support out there, I don't know where I would be right now. Um, you're how do I say this? Every day that passes, your power just increases. It's only a matter of time till your power, if it hasn't already, eclipses my own. Who would have thought a few years ago that this frail, skinny little girl would have amassed this amount of power in such a short period of amount of time? We've only been in this journey for like less than 6 months, and look how you have bloomed.
Well, I guess one can say you can't enjoy the sunny days without a few rainy ones, right?
That is right. That is right. Luna, if something were to bother you, if you ever felt persecuted or alone, you will reach out to me, correct?
I'm I'm going to guess that you're asking about the whole Shar thing, huh? Um,
It kind of troubled me somewhat, yes, that given your past, that name, it took me by surprise, yes. But no judgment, sister. I want to hear your side. I want to. I don't want to jump to conclusion. What do you mean by that? That your nightmares, your dreams are being haunted? Have you been studying, or how do you have a connection with Sean?
I'll be honest, Sophia. This is not. I guess no point of hiding it now. The dreams that I've had, it is it is of Shar, or at least some form of Shar calling to me. And there have been times where it's been hard to ignore. Sometimes I can see myself becoming like my coven. I have felt weak, and sometimes the voice kind of makes sense, if that makes sense.
No, it doesn't. You're nothing like your coven. I know you. You're of pure heart. You're nothing like that.
That's the thing, Sophia. Like, do you? How much do you know about me? You didn't know that.
Only what you allow me, only what you disclose to me. But I have never pried before. I respect your privacy, but I also have to be honest with you. Full disclosure. I have been told many times to to keep an eye on you. And if there's any, how do I say this, influence over you by Shar or any other patrons that which I do not know much about witchcraft, but any stuff out of the ordinary that I was to report back to my superiors. And I have always alleviated my superiors that there's nothing to worry about. But you're putting me, but how do I say this, sister? I know this is not your fault, these dreams, this torment. I think that we should let me help you. We could consult a priestess to see if there's something that they could do to help alleviate this pain. And I recommend and I respect your choice, but we should be upfront. We should let Lady Aljeet know.
Oh,
If
smart.
if she were to find this out on her own, the entire order will be against us.
That's
I said
why I don't want to say anything.
that's
This is this is where
Paluna.
I
Nothing,
say
no ill will come to you. Don't you trust me?
it's not that I don't trust you, it's I don't trust the order.
But I am a member of the order. So if you don't, Lady Aljeet, she vouched for us. She could have had me executed and you as well when we were young. She
Yes,
believes in you.
but I feel that belief ends when I tell them that I have been researching shadow magic.
Shadow magic. So Philly has to do a knowledge check. I don't know if she knows anything about that. What kind of check is that?
Mm.
Does she know about that or no?
Arcana would work.
Has the order ever divulged any of that information, or is that top secret
I
for?
mean, no,
It's probably
it's the year
too low level.
13. It's the year 1374. So, like, yeah, shadow magic is gonna be discussed for sure. And
Yo,
any wielders of the shadow weave.
oh, that's right. Thanks.
I would say yes. Ophelia knows. Yeah, Ophelia definitely knows about like the shadow weave and like how Jar has been tempting a lot of arcane spellcasters to rely on it
Um,
as opposed
oh,
to the weave. And it's really so she could gain more followers through the shadow weave and so she can gain more power. over Mistra.
Oh, oh,
So like,
It said, "Oh,
And so shit is about to hit the fan, son.
It's not this, yo, Sabila's about to snitch on me.
mm.
Luna. So feel like goes like, Luna, why would you, why would you research such an area that's taboo that could somehow disrupt the order of magic in this world? The weave itself. Sure, I mean, I revere and I respect all deities, whether they're dark or light. And of course, I revere the deities of heavens. But the little that I do know from Shar, she delves in secret. She haunts you since you were young. Don't you think that you perhaps might be being a little bit too, how do I say this, careless? I hope you're not actually drawing spells or powers from this source.
Careless. Careless? That's what you wanted? Careless? Sophia,
Well, I don't
my
my
life,
my knowledge in magic itself is not as great as yours, Luna, but I do know one thing. No good will come from tapping into the shadow.
careless. I don't I truly think that's not what you mean.
I misspoke. You're right. The word would be curiosity.
My
You should be careful with your curiosity. I know sometimes when we're exposed to certain knowledge, that temptation is there, but we have to show restraint. That's what separates us from those that operate solely on instincts. We're also rational beings.
Yes, but what attracts you more, art or delusion?
I I don't think rationale isn't the issue here. It's when that's all you've known is you
Mhm.
you 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 don't know where your history comes from. You don't know who's involved, and you hear this voice that continues to tell you that it'll be okay. When you have nothing else to lose, what else are you gonna do? I don't hear when I am alone, when I'm in the study, when I'm reading, the voice is loud and I don't hear anyone coming to my savior. I don't hear a another voice, another deity coming to my aid. I hear this one entity that wants to save me from the pain that I feel because that's that's what
Well,
you hear. That's what I hear.
this voice you hear that torments you, as you stated before, how can you trust a voice that puts you through all this pain
mm,
Because there came a point.
and tortures you endlessly?
Because there came a point where the voice was no longer causing pain, but providing a solution.
What solution is that? Perhaps your own self-confidence is what has kept that voice at bay now. Your self-confidence, your self-esteem, your growing power. Luna, embrace your true self. Make your own path. I am not telling you to follow my own deity. I made my pact with Mistra. I will never impose my will or the Lady of Mystery will on you. All I wish of you, Luna, is for you to choose your own path.
And
It
what if
does not
that
have to be
path
it does not have to be Mistra. It does not have to be Shar. I just want you to find your own path. Do not be influenced.
and what if that path leads me to Shar, then what?
What do
It's
you mean
game
by that?
over.
Well, it's a shame. Start loading the shotgun.
She looks you like square in the eye and she goes, "But what
Hey,
if
she's Sophia is
everything I've
lawful,
done?
man.
What if everything I've done, the research I've learned, the voices, the plot, what if it leads me there? Where does that leave us?"
That's a choice you will have to make, Luna. If your mind is not your own, you're being, how do I say this, manipulated, or your own willpower is being undertaken by some, whoever it might be, any entity, I will fight for you for the end. But if you fully embrace this darkness and you make your own choice willfully without no unduly influence, you're putting me in a very difficult situation.
Yes, very difficult. Well, you are paladin.
Yes.
I I know. I know.
I respect your autonomy and your free will, but it would really break my heart if you fall and let yourself get deceived. You're smarter than that. You're stronger than that. I fail to believe that you will get so easily fooled, dear sister. Even your own mother has stated that so, that this deity shard deceived not just her, but your coven as well. We're not what makes our past does not define us, Luna. We cannot choose the family we were born with, but we can choose who we choose to associate with, who we call our friends, and who is your family. I am your family now, not the coven, not the order. I am your family.
Look at me. I am your family now.
Look,
I knew you were
I
gonna. I knew
yeah
somebody was
yeah.
gonna
Look
I
bring
at
had
that
me.
shit
to.
up.
Look
The
at me.
opportunity was there. I had to.
Oh, something
That
I,
similar,
could look like
something
me.
similar like that happened in other group.
Luna,
Look at me.
I knew
I am
somebody
your
was gonna pull
family
that shit out.
now.
she she
Look at
takes a
me.
second.
I am your family now.
She
Listen,
takes a
Luna,
Yeah,
second.
son. She don't
this
want
is
to
what
hear
I'm,
any of that shit. You've been telling that shit for 18 years, man.
Luna. This is what I'm willing to do for you,
I don't know you,
and this
nigga.
is, it's only fair. I'm not gonna dance. I'm not the type to just dance around, and not with my own sister. I am not gonna use my flowerful language to try to manipulate you. I would never do that to you. But I do have an ultimatum.
Mm,
I suggest an ultimatum, but I'm asking for a compromise. This is what I propose, and you tell me whether you agreed or not. I propose that we fess up and let Lady Ajita know what's going on. If the order do not see to reason and do not propose to help, then I'll resign my commission right there and then, and we'll find a way to save you from this corruption or this torture that you've been undergoing, whether it's with the help of the order or not. We'll do it together and with our new family that we have now, the Night Watch. I know they will not abandon us in our times of need. I trust them. They will be there for us.
are you saying that you're willing to take on an entire order for me?
I would if they will not see to reason. But are you willing to compromise with
Maybe
me and
she
not
needs to
delve
risk.
into the shadow weave or this other curiosity that you have? There I cannot follow you. I am willing to leave my order for you, but I am not willing to forsake Mistra. and join Char or help any of her servants. That is just too much of me. I cannot see myself doing that ever.
I will tell you one thing, Sophia. You are always true to your code. I'll tell you that much. I will give you that one. You have to excuse me if I'm just a little
You don't have to make
terrified.
Yeah, you don't have to make a decision tonight. Like sleep over it. But this discussion that we had, like think it over. Okay, I don't want you to rush, make a decision. And in the morning, before we meet up with the rest of the group, just let me know. Like I said, be true to yourself. Do not let your past, what your forefathers have done or foresisters have done in the past, define who you are today. You mean a lot to us, not just me, the rest of the group. Heck, even Ruff gave you a hug today. That's
Yeah, I'm
three.
sending
That's
over
tw-
that.
that's twice that I've seen him show affection, emotion. I mean, I hope. I, well, I'll reserve what I was going to say next. But uh, hey, if someone as we originally thought so cold hearted as he is, has a soft spot, you know, I know that him, Adler, Lucian, they will support us, and I I really appreciated Luna that you brought this to that you confided this with me, that you're all this time that you were going through all this, and I did not know, and I was never able to sense it, detect it. I feel bad in a way. It hurts my heart to see my sister in pain and distress, and I'll do everything in my power to see what we could do to cure you from this malady.
Malady.
Luna
You're
kind of
sick.
like she like briefly touches Sophia, and she goes, "Well, for everything that happened at the coven and at the shack, to say that the influence of Char is there. It's after everything that's happened. I don't know. I don't think that influence is no longer there, but it still is something that I struggle with. I know that's not where it. That's where I know that's not where I need to go, but doesn't mean sometimes it still calls occasionally. I don't know if it's an illness, but more of a scar
Char scar.
of what
Hmm.
my coven has put me through.
What?
Understandable.
I don't. I will say with confidence, me turning to the ways of Shar, especially after learning about my mom, is not happening anytime soon, if at all. But I am afraid of the Order knowing. So where Ogita might support us, might support me, where does that leave the rest of the Order that
I do
may?
not possess. I do not possess the ability of foresight, but we have to give her a chance. She she vouched for us before, and I'm confident that she'll vouch for us again.
So I guess since we're spilling guts today, I learned before we left. I know who my father is. Just as if things couldn't get more
Do you?
interesting.
And really
You never
now?
told anybody. That's
And who is that?
You're gonna have to. It's it's Delphin.
You see, like her eyes like pop open, like Delphin.
You're telling me.
The old wizard, our 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 mentor in this
Nani?
quest. But wow, and how did you find out? When did you find out?
He decided to have a little powwow in his office and decided to tell me after I
Af-
was attacked by Gillymog and we were.
af- but
He
why didn't
told
he?
me to go to the coven. He told me to go to
What?
the coven house.
But why didn't he tell you this before? That he was your father.
Do you
All
have
these
any
years we've been living in Daggerford. It
Who are
makes no
you
sense to me.
telling? I still
Ah,
haven't forgiven him yet.
these wizards are so mysterious. They why not just be upfront, like you and I are being right now with each other? I don't get it.
This is the concern that I have about the order is that at what point, how much have they kept from me at this point? Because he's known that I've been here. He's quote unquote watched me and he's been aware of my
Wait,
research
but
on Jar.
this is great news. Delphin is a great ally to the Mystic Fire Knights in Daggerford. This is actually great news.
Kind of rubs her temples.
I mean,
Damn.
that, so not only do you have Lady OG that will back for you, and yours truly, of course, but the wizard, the mighty wizard Delphin himself. This is good
Oh,
news. Well, good and bad news. Do not, I still do not appreciate that he kept this hidden from you all these years. I think that's a very mean thing to do. But, but you should give him. I'm sure he has his reason as well.
that's
Maybe
the
there's a
thing.
reason.
Yeah, he did.
I
He
am
promised her mother.
I am sick of people having reasons as to doing things that involve me and not telling me until shit hits the fan. That's the problem I have. He
Ooh.
knew.
So
He
you're taking the
knew.
stand? Okay. All right. You want to go down that path? All right.
I want I want things that if people know that revolving me, I want people to know because I'm tired of feeling that people need to protect me from things that I don't know. I believe that if he would have told me as I was growing up that he was my father, my life would be just a tad bit different.
Maybe he thought now that he sees that you're strong, that you can handle it. Maybe he chose now to tell you.
Implying that I was weak beforehand.
Ooh.
Implying that you're still weak because you're still overreacting. Oh shit! I went Rafa for the road. Let's go. Rafa didn't say that. I don't think so, but
Mm.
ignore me. I'm just having too much fun over here. Where's my popcorn at, man? I should mute myself.
I didn't get a drink yet before
Yeah.
we started. It's too late now.
I'm way past drunk.
Word.
Lewis, I'm gonna need you
Mhm.
to chill. This man,
So it's
this
like,
man trying to be
well,
Palpatine. This nigga trying to be Palpatine, whispering in people's ear and shit just a few minutes ago. He was like, "But
well,
you're a paladin. You have to kill her."
All right.
nah, you would never do that.
I get, I get it. I get it. I get it. I was young. I was young, and
You're still young.
I just want. I don't always want to be the damsel. I want to be the savior. I want people to look at me the same way they look at you. Because I don't get that, except
It's
from
fun.
you.
It's funny that you mentioned that, Luna. Um, you're right. I am confident. I am comfortable with my own skin, and I am so grateful that Mistra has chosen me to be one of her holy warriors. But one thing I wish I was born with, I wish I was also gifted with the arcane arts
Mm.
as you and Adler and Delphin. And trust me, I even try to study, but it just those formulas, it just doesn't stick into my head. You don't understand how much I look, I respect you guys. I know that you consider me like a hero, a heroiness, a hero, and all that, but it is I that consider you special, a hero. You make all this weaving and hexes look like they're easy second nature, but for the rest of us normal folks, it's impossible. I'm incapable of spellcasting. The few spellcasting that I can is just through the grace of my goddess herself. She uses me as a vessel. It's not even magic that I could claim as my own. But you can. You were gifted with true magic, true arcane magic. And you see her eyes like smile, glisten. Luna, you're my hero.
She starts crying.
And if you do sense motive, she really means that.
She
She
is bawling
considers
her eyes
you
out right
a
now.
hero.
She starts crying.
Sophia also tears as well. Yeah.
I,
And I will always, and no matter how many times I have to tell you, Luna, that you're special, I will always tell you this. Even if you get tired of it, I will always remind you, all right? Your magic, even among other arcane spellcasters, I have never met another witch before. And you use your magic for good. Usually, witch have a bad reputation in the realms, but you're gonna prove them all wrong. You're gonna give witches a good name in the realm. Luna, the white crescent moon, hailing from Daggerford. I could just see the bards telling his tales of your exploits, your world-changing magic. I can just picture it now. You in 2 years from now, Luna. What you think is impossible now, it's gonna be a piece of cake. Girl, you're gonna be fine. I hope that once you reach greatness, that akin to an archmage, you don't forget about the rest of us. You don't forget that we helped you get there. Us normal folks. Teasing. I tease, of course, dear sister. But I am serious though. You're destined for greatness, and I really do mean that. You're one of, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, you've been blessed by the weave. You're one of Mistra's many, many blessed children. What I respect about my deity is that she doesn't seek obedience from the practitioner of magic. She doesn't. She is just there to regulate the weave, making sure catastrophe doesn't befall our planet, and anyone could use it. Not the side of good, but also the side of evil. She doesn't interfere. But to finish this topic of Shar, the little that I do know from her is her weave. Someone like that, you know that she wants full control. Anyone that relies on her power, wh- whether they want to or not, will become her indentured servant at best, her slave at worst. But using the normal weave as you are now, whether you pray to Minstrel or not, the Lady of Mystery will never shut you out. Of course, as long as you don't, or anyone for that matter, doesn't intend to corrupt the weave itself. But which that's not the case here.
she goes.
Luna, yeah, go ahead.
She goes. "Hmm, hmm. Maybe. You have Mistra. Mistra resides in you. You. Her creed, her teachings, they reside in you. Maybe maybe I need to look elsewhere. That's not Shar, you know what I mean? Find something else that calls to me. I've,
I
you
know
know,
you will find your path, and I'll be there every step of the way to support you, sister. You will find your true calling in this world. I am confident and hopeful of that.
I will. My goal, with my power, Shar will never have me. And if I have a say in it, she'll never make it to this realm. I will fight her to my last breath.
And you won't be alone. Anyone that dares, who even attempts to touch your hair without your consent. And I know, sister, you can take care of your own, but they'll have to go through me first.
Who fought Shar? Like, mm, Salune. She fought Shar to the teeth. Huh. Something to look into. Well, I guess our next plan of action is to see if Elgita, if see if Elgita support us.
I'm confident you will. I trust my mentor and commanding officer. But as I said before, sister, let's not bring any negative thoughts. Things will work out.
Yeah.
I do expect that. I do expect that Lady OG, she could be predictable at times. She will probably expect it to don't to cease that sort of research. To don't be tapping into obscure tech regarding the Shadow Weaver shard herself. Are you willing to do that if she were to request that of you?
Yeah. I think at this point the consequences of utilizing shadow weaving is not worth even.
There is a possibility we might get punished, but it will be reasonable.
I don't see why you would get punished. You're not researching her.
Well, if you're going to be punished, that means I dropped the ball. I should have known that you were engaging in such activities, but I never caught it.
But I
So I'm
hid
just
this
as
from
I'm
you.
just as I'm just as guilty as you are. You hid it from me because you did not trust me. That means that I failed you. You did not feel open enough to come and talk to me about this before this became a problem. So I take accountability there, Luna. This is not all you're doing. This is my doing as well. And we will face our judgment together. And we will prevail and have a clean slate. I promise you.
Guess my next objective is to go talk to Delphin and let him know what I found and bring this book to him.
Yes. That's the book that we found at the basement by your mom's cabin, correct?
Yeah. He's the one that sent us there.
Yeah, it's a good idea. We will have to debrief him, let him know what's going on. Well, unless you have anything else to say, dear sister, I think we should probably get some rest.
Um, if we can keep this conversation between us and not the group, I would greatly appreciate it because I really don't want to go through this conversation again.
Of course. Of course.
You're truly the best, Ophelia.
You see her come close to you, embrace you, give you like a loving hug. You can almost feel like her heartbeat, like racing a little bit, you know. And and then you hear her whisper to your ears. She whispers to you and goes, "Thank you. Thank you for trusting me. You don't know how happy you." And you see her cry as she says that. I will not let you down, dear sister.
She kind of like nuzzles in, and I won't let you down either.
You never have.
Almost teared up in real life, guys.
Same here, man. Man, I felt that. I felt that, man. Shoot. That was good.
RP, son.
That was good. Loved it.
All right. It looks like that was the conversation that they had at Brahms Hole.
Is is that where is there another place where Delphin would be because I head there that next?
Delphin
Daggerford.
would be back at Daggerford, which the
Okay,
characters
Yeah,
will reach
where we're all heading
there
in
in
2 days.
just 2 days. Yeah, in
I want to
two
check in on
days.
the academy.
So you go
Check
there, you
on my
get back
friends.
to your familiar surroundings of Daggerford, and your character's able to go back to their places of residence.
I'm gonna go talk to my friends. I got friends.
Mhm. Look at you, Miss Popular.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go hang with my friends now.
I got a
Bye.
chronomancer somewhere around here, and that right, Lewis?
So your characters are back here, ready to get things prepared before they make an even bigger trip, which is
Still broke.
Waterdeep. He said still broke.
Mm. So Adler goes to the watchtower and he uses some of the tools that that Filch left behind to grind that piece of that gibbling mouther flesh that he brought back with him. He wanted to grind it into a paste. Then he wanted to take that paste and smush it through a strainer, drain the liquid out of the actual flesh that's left behind from the paste, wring it out in like a cloth pretty much to get as much of it out as possible into the syringes. I know he had a bunch of those little syringes, and in fact, I think I have one of them that's filled with gentle repose. But I used that on the dinosaur back at Crom's Hold. So are we when we go back from Crom's Hold, are we going back just by ourselves traveling, or are we going with like a supply run from them?
You go back to Daggerford because your characters are preparing to go to Waterdeep.
Waterdeep.
Yeah, but when we leave Crumb's Hold, are we leaving just with us, or are we leaving with like a retinue of like their
No,
people that are also making that
oh
journey?
no, you're
We'll bring
leaving.
our we'll bring our
Just
mule
your,
back.
you're leaving. Yeah, you're leaving with just yourselves and your mule.
That's ourselves. Okay. All right. So, um, damn. would I be able to attempt to convince some of those guys there at Crumb's Hold to help bring back that giant ass fucking uh what was the name of that dinosaur? The one that like tried to like
The
tear down the fucking
Ceratosaur?
the Ceratosaur. I wanna do taxidermy on that, and I wanna try and pull that off. I'm not sure how successful I'm gonna be in that, but I wanna actually try and get some people there to like help bring it to on that 2 day journey back, so I could set it up at the
Well,
watchtower.
they're not gonna bring it back anytime soon, but
Hmm. So what if
the soldiers would be
I'll
there
ask them to
because
keep the corpse there,
they can
and
keep it there, and if you
I'll
hire
just
people to pick it up,
at a
they'll
later
put
date.
it.
At a later
Yeah.
date, we'll put a pin in it. But I ask them to at least keep the corpse and the gentle repose. That's what I got to. Because gentle repose, I would have to have used it on that corpse, which means
Alright.
that that syringe is empty. So since that syringe is empty, because I used the gentle repose on the Pteranodor corpse, which is at Crumb's Hold, I could use this empty syringe to put this gibbling mouther juice. Let's call it that. Put it inside the
Yeah.
syringe, and then after I do that, um, he's gonna go and he's looking for Durf's skin art.
Yeah, that'll be back at Daggerford.
I thought that's where we were.
Well, no, you'll get there in about a couple of days, but if that's where we're picking up back with the characters, then yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, I thought we
yeah.
were doing that.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we're back there then. I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh shit! All right,
Me too. I got good to drink.
all right.
Oh, damn.
I'm glad I do random things with this character because the random things I do, like sometimes, like pay off in like later
Unexpected ways.
ideas. Yeah, like
Mm,
I took when I took that piece of the fucking gibbling mouther, it was truly just to like justify him understanding how to summon it later.
mm-hmm,
But now I get to use it for a different piece of like role play.
mm-hmm,
I'm about to use that as an ingredient in the tattoos that he's gonna get. So he's gonna have them
mm.
take the juice, the liquefied gibbling mouther and mix it into the ink for his tattoo.
Okay. Oh yeah, you said you're gonna get tattoos. So.
Mhm. He's gonna get a
Mm.
tattoo of the cerebral block core over like the center of his chest, but he's gonna get it
Yeah,
imposed
you
so
do
that
need to.
it looks like the fucking it'll look like the whole like there's a hole like in his chest. It's
Like
gonna
a
be like
hollow.
yeah, like a hollow. So
Yeah,
and
that's stupid, but that's cool
then
though. I like it.
coming out of it is gonna be like the script and the words for the ritual that he had to use to open it up, and it's gonna
It's
be
gonna be
like
going around it.
yes, oh, it's coming out of it like so it's gonna be in the center of his chest, but coming out of it is gonna be the words and the text in like
Oh, I see what you're saying. Right, right, right.
there's gonna be arcane scripture coming out of it, but spreading over like his body.
Scripture.
Some dope
Nah, that
stuff.
seems super dope. I honestly.
Yeah.
All right, so we were looking up stuff for like Night Watch's logo or something like that, right? Because you don't think anything like that, incorporate anything like that is a
Mm.
good idea, or you want to leave it the way that that is, and then still like, and then incorporate that into the Night Watch logo. Because I still think
No,
like something from the
I think I could
void,
probably do
the
both.
weird needs to be. Oh, okay. Just throwing ideas out there for those that may be in the cut, kind of curious.
See, Tony
Um,
said I choose this one. So it's
Wink,
one where there's a moon,
Matt
a
Johnson.
hand coming up, and there's an eye in the center of it with one flame on the index finger.
Hmm.
That looks dope. Is that a consensus on that one? Everyone,
I think I liked all of them. Once I saw it, I was like, oh, that shit looks fucking dope.
What are we talking about? What are we missing?
the symbol for Night Watch.
Oh, I think I think
All of it looks cool to me.
I think Lucian's look the best, to be honest. Like mine I'm gonna keep for Luna now. I'm gonna keep those for me.
I
Mm,
like the one. You mean the one with the hand?
yeah,
Yeah.
That shit looked like it came out of a berserk fucking scene or something. I don't know. Looks crazy.
Yeah, that
I
was
mean,
just a
I think that each symbol could symbolize someone. All right, so look, the eye that's looking, that eye looks
Right.
creepy, so it's coming at
You
the
already
middle of
know.
the head, so you know that's Adler. The moon itself, clearly that's Luna.
Mm,
The sun streaks that's coming out from behind the hand, that's the sun.
mm,
Clearly, you know that's got to be Sophelia,
mm.
opposite of the moon. The flame that's on top of the finger, clearly that's got to be the flame. That's got to be my nigga Lucian, the fire
Mm,
coming
mm,
out that gun. Boom. And
Mm.
the
mm.
hand, the pale hand of death
You
has got to be none other than Roth
guys
Gar
are hilarious.
Grimhow. So honestly, every aspect of this
I
group
see it
is inside this symbol.
in
That's
many, yeah, it
godlike.
is, it is, it is,
Hey
it
Lou, did
is.
you realize that?
Yeah, I heard it all.
Every aspect. You got the sun fucking that represents Luna's bright light. You got the moon for fucking Luna. The
So
flame on the index finger, which is the trigger finger, mind you, of Lucian. You got the eye,
mind you,
the weird
sure.
eye in the middle of the palm. That's gotta be Adler. And then you
It's
got the pale hand of death,
mm,
Othgar. Yeah, that's it. Let's go with that one. All right, so if that's gonna be our group symbol, what I would do is I would get the same tattoo of like
you know
the
what we should do? Wait, the eyeball can't be a regular eyeball. It should be a segmented one. That's
the
where I can be okay with you having the eyeball, because I
um
honestly felt like the eyeball was like the inquisitorial eye of always, and Night Watch. Niggas is never sleeping, like, and that's why it was
nah.
bleeding,
I thought
because
the eye
we
was
be
like
out for blood in these fucking streets. All right, let me
I like
stop.
the
Yeah,
I don't.
I like the
I
eye
like
for
the
Adelar.
symbolism in it.
That's what I was
yeah, because the
thinking.
eye in the middle of the palm just looked weird. So
Yeah,
I would think of Adler.
yeah.
Oh,
That's what I was
okay,
thinking.
okay. His design, he made it, he made
I
it.
was